Alright guys, let's talk about Alchemy Pay or ACH on the channel once again. Now I want to point out that we do have higher lows basically since about September, guys. I have marked these in blue. We are just stair-stepping our way up, but just slightly. And now we do have this, trend line here that goes back to about November. And it also is holding us up, as you see here. And we do have this trend line here that is actually keeping us down. Now, let me put this on a 4-hour time frame so you can see this a little bit better, guys. We do have basically a touch point back in end of February, let's say. And basically, if we zoom in down here, guys, when this broke this trend line, you can see it was very powerful. So, yeah. We have had basically 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 candles in a row, and this candle is about to close in 7 minutes, but this one is the first red that we've had since, back here. So, yeah, I mean, this is actually a pretty good little move. It actually wicked all the way up to the top of the Fibonacci here. As you see, it got rejected here at this Fibonacci, guys. So, that is basically what's holding us down right now at the moment. And, we are retesting this also as support here, basically this 2.63 cent mark. And, yeah, so, it did get a nice little pump. Let's take a quick look here at the strength of this pump to see if we have anything left in it. And, yeah, let's see, relative strength and stochastic. Now, on the 4-hour time frame, it is overheated, guys, on both time frames, or actually both indicators, I should say, RSI and Stoch RSI. Now, the daily actually looks, okay. It is still right in the middle on the RSI. Now, it is getting overheated on the Stoch, but it's still pointed heavily up. But I do expect that this will come down shortly. And let's take a look at the weekly time frame. Actually, it's getting into oversold territory here on the Stoch RSI, and it is pointed up here on the RSI. Now, let's take a look at the monthly time frame, and let's see. Yeah, there isn't too many months that it has calculated on the Stoch RSI, but it is pointed down basically. Actually, both are pointed down, so not too good on the monthly time frame. But weekly, yeah, it's going to get oversold here and probably work its way back up, so that looks okay. Daily, not too bad, just getting a little bit overheated. 4-hour, like I said, it's overheated basically. The 1 hour, let's take a look here. Actually, it's very oversold here, so that is actually good to see. It does look like the RSI wants to turn back around, and it's pretty much in neutral territory, almost right in the middle. On the 15-minute time frame, wow, very oversold again, guys, on the Stoch, and it is pointed up here on the RSI, so that actually looks, pretty good. On these lower time frames, looks pretty good. Middle time frames, a little bit overheated, basically, and yeah, so I do think in the short-term time frame here, we are going to see this pump up a little bit more, but I don't think we're going to have enough, power to get through the top of this Fibonacci here at about 2.95 cents. Now, taking a look at CoinMarketCap, guys, I switched over to this because I saw that CoinGecko hadn't even updated the market cap number that Alchemy Pay was. And I saw something on X about Alchemy Pay moving into the top 200 with this move. So it is actually number 166, and it has a 10 billion max supply. Total supply that's already been created is basically the 10 billion, guys. Circulating is almost everything. About 88.2% of this 10 billion is circulating. So that is good. It can't really be diluted that much. Now, taking a look here at the all-time high, guys, almost 20 cents. So you're still getting about 86.7% discount at the moment. So that's not a bad deal, guys. Alright guys, let's take a quick look at Bitcoin now here, and as you can see, basically it is going up very slowly as it's making higher lows. Now this is, really inching its way up, as you can see, and Bitcoin right now is trying to have a fight with $84,200 basically here. On the 4-hour time frame, this has been rejected in the last like 3 candles basically. We only have 23 minutes on this candle, and remember, this orange line is a daily resistance, so we do need to move above this tonight, basically on a daily time frame, and then we can say that this would be support. Now let's look at this on a daily time frame, and we did have this as support a couple of days ago, and basically it looks like today we lost it. Yeah, we were just above it yesterday, but we lost it today, so we could still end up with this as just a wick. And yeah, let's see what happens here in the next few hours. Now, taking a look at Ethereum, it is still flirting with this reaccumulation zone, this lowest Fibonacci level, guys. It's just barely above it. Now, we broke above this lowest Fibonacci level 2 days ago, and we are testing it actually as support at the moment. You can see it did get a bounce today right here, and it almost touched it yesterday, but it didn't. So today it did. Let's see if this is the bounce that brings it up to this trend line. Now if I put this on a weekly time frame, you'll see this a little bit faster, but this trend line goes back for about 2.5 years, guys. So yeah, June of 2022. It has been holding us up, and we lost this just a couple of weeks ago. It looks like we are finally getting a bounce this week with Ethereum. It is sitting at about 1973, and yeah, I mean, it's in my opinion, Ethereum still isn't the best crypto out there, guys. I don't recommend it to people when they ask me what they should buy if they're looking to buy something. Now, in one way, this is still making higher lows as well along the way, guys. So we can say that this is still, it's going up. It has a upward trend. The structure is still there, but barely, guys. I mean, it's barely hanging on. So anyways, enough about Ethereum. Let's move on here to the total market cap. Now, this is actually riding this line, and it's going to come to a point where it has to make a decision at about 1.08 trillion. So we are struggling right now with 1.05 trillion. You can see that we have hit this on this time frame, this 4-hour time frame today, and so far we've gotten rejected. We lost this actually today as well. So looks like around midnight or so we fell through. We caught a bounce here on this trend line, and now we're trying to move back up. Now, dominance, guys. It is playing and flirting with this trend line right here, and we are, we are coming down. But who knows, guys? Just when it looks like it's starting to break structure, when you have something like this, where it has a triple bottom basically up here, it fails the triple bottom, and it puts in another, low here, and then it moves back up. So it's just it's very confusing. I don't think anybody knows what's going on with dominance. It's just basically been going sideways, though, since early February. If you see this, guys, it's just basically consolidating. But yeah, it's very hard to say which direction this thing is going to go. But sooner or later, guys, you're going to see massive candles to the downside. Now, taking a look at the CME futures, again, this is just Bitcoin, and you can see that basically it's just creeping up. And there is no gap to talk about. Now, the dollar index is actually moving back up, so that is not really good for Bitcoin, but in a way, it's still just consolidating here. I really wouldn't worry until it breaks 104.26. Now, the liquidation heat map, guys, it's pretty tame. Only 179 million or so have been wrecked in the last 24 hours. The quarterly returns, guys, Bitcoin is down almost, about 10%, and Ethereum is about 41% down for the quarter, guys. Now, if we take a look at the monthly returns, Bitcoin is down just 0.6% still, so that's still not too bad. Now, fear and greed is a 31 today. I told in my video the other day that I expected that this would move down. So it moved down pretty actually significantly here. So I'm actually kind of surprised to see it move down so many points here. It went down, what, 18 points. So yeah. Now, taking a look at the altcoin season index, guys, this is 27. We've just been kind of hanging around down here around 27 or so lately. But it isn't Bitcoin season. We just got out of that. And it's definitely not altcoin season. It's closer to Bitcoin season, but still it's kind of in the middle. So let's see what happens now. Now, bull market peak indicators still 0 from 30. 100% hold, guys. The best indicator, Pi cycle top indicator, as you see here, is moving away from this green line. This orange line is moving away. So that's just meaning that we're prolonging this, basically, this run. Now, next week, we do have S&P Global Manufacturing PMI. We got Composite PMI, Services PMI. We do have a couple of speakers on Monday. Tuesday, we have some S&P numbers here. We do have a speaker, Williams. He is speaking. We also have consumer confidence next week as well on Tuesday. Wednesday, durable goods orders. We do have another FOMC member speaking. Thursday, we do have core PCE prices for Q4. We got jobless claims. We got GDP here. Initial jobless claims. So that's quite a bit, guys, going on Thursday. Now, Friday, we have core PCE numbers, personal spending, and we do have Michigan numbers. So that's also another big day. So next week, we have a lot of macro news, and we have a lot of speakers from FOMC. So be prepared for some volatility next week, guys. Now, taking a look at the FedWatch tools, guys, it looks like in May, they're still predicting that we're not getting a cut. Now, this will rapidly change as we get PCE numbers and CPI numbers, PPI numbers, things like this, guys. So, I think right now this is still early. We're still over like 45 days away or something like this. So let's not worry about this, right now. Now, taking a look at crypto bubbles, guys, looks pretty ugly. Only a few things here in the green. Most of this is in the red. At least the week is still in the green, guys. Now, if you want to stake, your coins, for example, here is Alchemy Pay. Go to Coinando here and write in ACH, and you will see, the places that you can stake. If you want to stake any other coins, guys, just go here to earn, and you have a lot of, Bitcoin, Ethereum, Tether, XRP, BNB, click on any of these and you get whatever, and it tells you the limits and things and the days that you have to stake. So be aware of all that, guys, and don't get caught up in get staking for a long time, because you don't want to get stuck in a position that you can't get out of when you're happy with the price you want to sell at. So anyways, guys, if you like this video, like, subscribe, activate the bell, and I'll see you guys in the next one.